Hello and welcome back to the Sentient Sock Puppets. Now let's get one thing straight. I hate mobile games. I don't think they're fun, well developed, or ever good enough to make the cell phone considered a dedicated gaming platform. But sometimes, I'm surprised. Well, really just once, I guess. But that's why I'm here today. I'm going to talk about that one time I have been surprised. So with that, let's get to the review of Doug Dug. Not Dig Dug. Doug Dug.
Now the story of Doug Dug is as follows. Doug is a dwarf. Doug wanted treasure, so he dug. And he dug and he dug, deep into the heart of the earth, and this is what he found. Now this isn't much to go on for a normal game, but for this game it works well. I like how it's open-ended by saying this is what he found, and then ending and allowing you to play the game. It makes for the feeling that you're experiencing something new every single time. With an arcadey point-grab game, this brief story is all that's needed. I'm glad it's not overly complicated, or has nothing there at all. And you get to fill in the rest with your mind. Like, why does Doug want this money? Is he greedy? Trying to impress people? Or does he need to buy something important? You get to decide that, and I think it should get a 10 out of 10 for story. It's short, sweet, and it's perfect for this style of game. So what type of game is it? It's an adventure mining game, I guess would be the right term. You dig by swiping in the direction that you want to move, and see how deep you can get while gathering the most amount of points you can. Sounds easy, right? Wrong. There's many things that can get in your way, like bats, badgers, fire-breathing lizards, mummies, and even giants. Other than that, there are still plenty of ways to die, like falling, being crushed, burning in lava, and being blown up. This game is rough when you first start out, and you'll find yourself dying often. But the more you play, the easier it is to learn the controls and get farther. The game controls are pretty tight. It's a lot more than can be said for most other mobile games. And another thing that makes it better is the use of power-ups, giving it a unique arcadey feel. Also, if you can get more than 3 pieces of treasure in a short time, you get a boost of money. And this is where the game gets really good, working around the rocks in different ways in order to set up the biggest chain for you. And it's this arcadey point rush style that Doug Dug has that makes me like it so much. The only thing that I can say bad about the gameplay is after you die, starting a new life is a little bit sluggish. But once you start, you can't stop. In fact, I showed a coworker about this game, and he started playing it, and got several of his friends started playing it. Everyone I've convinced to pay the very small fee of $1 to get this game absolutely loves it. There's so little to say bad about this gameplay, so I think it deserves a 9 out of 10. Now the visuals are overall pretty good. The colors are a little too brown though, but it's good in the sense that it makes you feel like you're actually underground. It can just get a little boring later on in the game, when you really get deep, but it never gets annoying. It would be nice if there was a little bit of change, but it's definitely not necessary. Other than that, the game has a retro pixelated feel to it, and that's fine. For colors that can be a little boring, it definitely doesn't deserve to lose many points. 8 out of 10. As far as I know, there's only one song, but it's okay. Although it can get boring, it never takes away from the experience. I'm too busy having fun, nabbing all the points I can. All the enemies have different sounds you can recognize before you even see them, so that's a nice touch. It's repetitive, but it's nothing game-breaking. I think it deserves a 7 out of 10. It would have been nice for a little bit more music, but it's not necessary. And the final category, how it puts the special features of the system to use. Now this is hard. I don't consider the phone to be a game system, but for this review, I will. I'll say the special features of most modern smartphones are the gyrometer, aka motion controls, and the touchscreen. And Doug Dug doesn't use the gyrometer at all, and for that it earns points. Games that use the gyrometer are hard to control. The creators of Doug Dug seem to realize that motion controls just don't fit Doug Dug. Instead, it uses solely the touchscreen, and it controls better than any other mobile game I've played, mostly due to it being simple with only 4 directions: up, left, right, and down. It works perfectly, absolutely deserving of a 10 out of 10.
So how does this game fare? It's a fun little point rush game that's obviously inspired by retro games. It definitely could have used a little bit more diversity in the soundtrack and the visuals, But the fun atmosphere and retro-feeling gameplay will make you disregard any of the very few problems that this game has. If you want this game, it's only $1 on the Play Store, and you can also get it on the App Store as well. And if you like retro games, it's a fantastic throwback to older games like Dig Dug. For super fun, arcadey, retro-styled gameplay that makes you forget about the very few problems this game has, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching my review. If you enjoyed it and want to see more like it, check out the Sentient Sock Puppets page, where you can find more of my reviews. Or if you're tired of video games, don't forget to check out David's reviews and Matey's reviews of movies and cartoons. You can find all of those on the Sentient Sock Puppets page. If you want to stay up to date on the Sentient Sock Puppets, you can now find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.